The story of Fajr, why you should never miss it. There was once a man named Yusuf who lived in a bustling city. Like many others, he was busy with work, family, and responsibilities. He believed in Allah, he prayed, and he fasted in Ramadan. But one thing he struggled with was waking up for Fajr prayer. Every night, Yusuf would tell himself, "Tomorrow, I will wake up early and pray on time." But when the early morning came, his body clung to the comfort of his bed. The alarm rang, he silenced it, and he drifted back into sleep. By the time he woke up, the sun was high in the sky, and Fajr had passed. He would rush into his day with guilt in his heart, yet the cycle kept repeating. One particular morning, Yusuf overslept again. He missed Fajr and stumbled into his day. At work, he faced setback after setback. A deal he had worked hard on fell apart. His boss criticized his performance, and he returned home drained and restless. That night, as he lay in bed, he thought, "Why is my life filled with stress and difficulty? I worship Allah, but I feel so empty." That night, Yusuf had a dream. In his dream, he saw himself in a dark valley. He was walking, lost and confused, when suddenly a bright light appeared on the horizon. It was the soft, glowing light of dawn. He felt peace and relief as he walked toward it, but every time he got close, he fell back into the shadows. Then a voice called out, "The light of Fajr is your protection. Do not turn away from it." Yusuf woke up with his heart racing, sweat on his forehead, and tears in his eyes. He knew this was a warning and a reminder from Allah. That morning, before the sun rose, he forced himself out of bed, made wudu, and stood for Fajr. His eyes were still heavy with sleep, but as soon as he placed his forehead on the ground in sujud, he felt a peace he hadn't felt in years. It was as if the weight of the world had been lifted from his shoulders. When Yusuf stepped outside after prayer, the streets were quiet, and the cool breeze of dawn touched his face. The world looked different, fresh, calm, and full of blessing. For the first time in a long while, his heart was light. That very day, something remarkable happened. A long-awaited opportunity came his way at work. Problems that had seemed overwhelming began to resolve themselves. He went home smiling, feeling as if Allah had opened a door of mercy for him. From then on, Yusuf made a firm promise to never miss Fajr again. Some mornings were still difficult. His body longed for sleep, and Shaitan whispered excuses, but he remembered how empty and restless life felt when he missed it. He remembered that dream of the valley and the light, and he knew that Fajr was his lifeline. Over time, Yusuf realized that waking for Fajr was not just about prayer. It was about discipline, faith, and connection with Allah. It was about starting the day with blessings rather than burdens. He noticed how his days became more productive, his heart calmer, and his life more balanced. Years later, Yusuf advised his children, "Never neglect Fajr. The one who guards it guards his faith." The Prophet said, "Whoever prays the dawn prayer is under the protection of Allah." Do not let your soul start the day empty. Fill it with the light of Fajr. And so, Yusuf's struggle became his greatest turning point. What began as weakness turned into strength, because he realized that the key to peace, success, and blessing in life was hidden in the quiet moments before sunrise. Lessons from the story. Fajr is protection. The Prophet said, "Whoever prays Fajr is under the protection of Allah." It is a shield for your day and your soul. Missing Fajr brings heaviness. Without Fajr, the day feels empty and restless. With it, the heart feels light and blessed. Discipline is part of faith. Waking early is hard, but trains the soul to put Allah above comfort. Barakah, blessing of the morning. The Prophet prayed for barakah in the early hours of the day. Success often starts with Fajr. Allah helps the one who tries. Yusuf's story shows that when you sincerely strive, Allah gives you strength and opens doors. Conclusion. The story of Yusuf is not unique. It reflects the struggle of many Muslims, but also shows the power of Fajr. It is more than just a prayer. It is a key to success, protection, and peace. To miss Fajr is to start the day with a loss, but to guard it is to walk under the light of Allah's mercy. And as Yusuf learned, The soul finds true rest not in extra hours of sleep, but in bowing down before the Creator at the break of dawn.